The applause echoed through the grand ballroom in Chicago as another award was placed into Nathan Carter's hands. For the third year in a row, he had become the company's top seller, breaking records that no one else had even come close to touching. Yet while hundreds of people stood and cheered, Nathan sat frozen in his chair. Just moments earlier, the chairman had announced that his daughter, a newcomer with less than a year of experience, would become the company's next regional director, the very position everyone believed Nathan had earned. In a room full of celebration, his world quietly shattered. Before we continue, if you believe kindness still matters, if you believe hope can rise from disappointment, and if you believe people deserve second chances, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories. Nathan had spent years building his career while raising his 8-year-old daughter, Grace, alone. Life had never been easy. After losing his wife, Rebecca, to a sudden illness several years earlier, he had become both father and mother to the little girl who depended on him. Every morning began before sunrise. He packed lunches, braided Grace's hair as best as he could, dropped her at school, and then drove across Illinois meeting clients and closing deals. Many nights he worked long after Grace had fallen asleep. He missed vacations, social events, and countless opportunities for rest because he believed all the sacrifices were leading somewhere. Everyone in the company respected him. Co-workers admired his dedication. Clients trusted him completely. When rumors began spreading that a promotion was coming, even competitors privately admitted Nathan deserved it. The promotion would mean financial security, flexible hours, and the chance to spend more time with Grace. Then came the announcement. The chairman smiled proudly as he introduced his daughter, Hannah Whitmore, as the new regional director. Some people clapped enthusiastically. Others exchanged uncomfortable glances. Nathan felt as though years of effort had disappeared in a single sentence. He congratulated Hannah politely, finished the evening with dignity, and drove home in silence. That night he sat alone in his kitchen while Grace colored pictures at the table. Looking at her innocent smile, he realized something important. If he stayed, bitterness would slowly consume him. If he left, at least he could keep his self-respect. A week later, Nathan resigned. Friends called him crazy. Recruiters warned him that leaving such a stable position was risky. He had savings, but not enough to guarantee long-term security. Yet for the first time in years, he felt strangely free. The following months were difficult. Nathan launched a small consulting business from a rented office above an old bakery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The office was tiny. The furniture was second-hand. Some weeks he barely earned enough to cover expenses. There were days when rejection letters arrived one after another. More than once he questioned whether he had made the biggest mistake of his life. Still, Grace never stopped believing in him. She decorated his office walls with handmade drawings and encouraging notes. One note read, "Dad, you always help people. One day people will help you too." Whenever challenges seemed overwhelming, Nathan looked at that note. Slowly, things began to change. A former client referred another client. Then another. Nathan's reputation spread because people trusted his honesty. Instead of focusing only on profits, he genuinely helped struggling businesses improve. Customers appreciated his integrity, and referrals multiplied. Within 2 years, his consulting company employed 12 people. By the third year, it had grown into one of the fastest-growing business advisory firms in the Midwest. Local newspapers featured his story. Business organizations invited him to speak about leadership and resilience. Ironically, during those same 3 years, Nathan rarely thought about the company he had left behind. Then one autumn afternoon, an unexpected invitation arrived. The Chicago Business Leadership Summit wanted Nathan as the keynote speaker. Hundreds of executives would attend, including leaders from his former company. On the day of the event, Nathan walked onto the stage feeling calm and confident. Grace, now 11 years old, sat proudly in the front row. As Nathan shared lessons about perseverance, integrity, and treating people fairly, the audience listened attentively. Near the center of the room sat the chairman who had overlooked him years earlier. Time had visibly humbled the man. When the speech ended, the audience rose in a standing ovation. Afterward, the chairman approached Nathan. His company had struggled significantly during recent years. Several top employees had left. Client relationships had weakened. Growth had stalled. The chairman admitted that some decisions had been influenced by family loyalty rather than merit. Nathan listened respectfully. For years he had imagined this moment differently. He thought he would feel vindicated or triumphant. Instead, he felt something unexpected: peace. Success had already given him what he truly wanted: confidence, purpose, and a better life for Grace. As the evening ended, Grace hugged her father tightly and told him how proud she was. Looking around the ballroom, Nathan realized the greatest reward had never been a title or corner office. It was becoming the kind of person his daughter could admire. Before we reach the ending, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever faced a disappointment that eventually led to something better? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story may encourage someone who is struggling right now. Years later, Nathan's company continued to flourish, but he never forgot the painful night that changed everything. What once felt like rejection had actually become redirection. The door that closed had forced him to discover a path he might never have found otherwise. Grace grew into a compassionate, confident young woman who carried the same values her father lived every day: hard work, humility, kindness, and faith. And perhaps the most remarkable part of Nathan's journey was that he never sought revenge against those who had overlooked him. He chose growth over resentment, purpose over pride, and forgiveness over bitterness. In doing so, he gained something far greater than the promotion he lost. If this story touched your heart, inspired you, or reminded you that setbacks can sometimes become life's greatest blessings, please support the video with a like, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more uplifting stories. Remember, sometimes the opportunity you lose is only making room for the future you were truly meant to find. Because in the end, Nathan never became the regional director he once dreamed of becoming. He became something far more valuable: a father his daughter admired, a leader people trusted, and a man who proved that character will always outlast titles. And that made all the difference.